Hi guys, this is Margie the Bootleg Knitter. How are you? It is New Year's Eve, and yes, I still have my tree up. This is not a fake backdrop. This is my Christmas tree. And we're probably going to keep it up for another week because we're having a little get together, just a small group of people. We've all had the COVID, so we're all good. So we're like, all right, we're going to get together and have a little gathering with some friends next weekend. So we're going to try to keep our tree well watered. It hasn't even lost any bristles yet. It's absolutely beautiful. So I wanted to do a little filming with my tree as the background. So happy New Year's Eve. I have my nice little Herman Rockwell glass, little eggnog. I'm going to hold off on that though, because there is some proper number 12, which is Conor McGregor's contribution to the whiskey world in there. So I'm going to wait until I'm done filming to take a sip of that. So I don't think I have mentioned in a long time, maybe way back in my first video, I mentioned a little bit about myself. I'm originally from New Jersey. I was a history teacher. I taught in a Catholic school for a number of years, and then I went to the public school and taught in a public school for a number of years, and I absolutely love teaching. And I have two children, and it was when one of my children was swimming at the YMCA that I learned how to knit and crochet. And I know it was around 2004, 2005, somewhere around there, because I was going through a pattern folder today from 2006. And I just did a total purge because, some of that stuff, it's so outdated. And I did keep some of the stuff, but it was from 2006. And I know that was when I was a member of the group at the Ocean County YMCA back then. So I think that's like when I really learned how to knit and crochet. And then I got into spinning. And I think it was like the whole history thing for me, being a history teacher. I was so into where does yarn come from? And then I really got into doing the drop spindle. And then my husband retired, and in 2016, we moved to Maine, and that's when I got my first spinning wheel. Because now I'm thinking just within my sitting area, I have an electric wheel, and I have 2, 3, 4, 5, I have 6 spinning wheels just up here in my living room. And then downstairs, I have another one. I have a great wheel in my foyer, and I have a great wheel in my one room that I use when I travel and do demonstrations. So, and then out in my garage are a bunch of spinning wheels that we are repairing. So I think all total, I probably have about 12 spinning wheels right now. So I lived in Maine for a couple of years. My husband and I, we absolutely loved living in Maine. I miss the snow so much. And I miss my friends, my Foothill Fiber friends from Cornish, Maine. Hey guys, love you all. And all my friends that hang out at the Back Burner in Brownfield. You guys are the best. And my father passed away, and we realized my mom needed help. So we said, however, we were not moving back to New Jersey. So we decided we would try to stay within 2 hours of our grandchildren, because I am a mom. I have 2 grandchildren. Yay. And so we chose, we're in Pennsylvania, and I love the area I'm in. It's an absolutely phenomenal area. Everybody is awesome. I have some great new friends. So if any of my new friends that live here are watching this, hi guys. And so, yeah, and when I lived in Maine, we had a MMM and bootleg knitting. So it was a Margie's Marvelous Morsels. We did baking, and we sold at farmers markets. And then I also had a fiber. And then when I moved to Pennsylvania, I said, I'm not going to bake anymore. It's 14-hour days. It's a lot. And so I just do the fiber for fun. I absolutely love it. So that's what's going on. So New Year's Eve, I was going to wait till New Year's Day, but there's so much going on. It's so exciting. We have a number of knit-alongs. So I have some notes. We see me looking down. Sorry. We have 2 sisters and some yarn knit-along. You have to spell out TWO, sisters, AND, some yarn, KAL, MAL, knit-along, make-along. That one starts today. So for that one, I cast on my second Selbu mitten. Here is what I have so far. See? I have pictures on my Instagram page. That's The Bootleg Knitter. So you can go check out pictures of what the first one looks like. And I know a lot of people have what is it? Oh, one sock, one mitten syndrome. They knit the first one, they never knit the second one. I'm actually pretty good is that I usually do knit the second one, although once or twice I have had a single mitten or a single sock because I just wasn't feeling it. So this is my second Selga mitten. So I'm hoping to have this done. Today is Friday. I'm hoping to have this done on Sunday, but we're visiting the grandkids on Sunday, so it might get done on Monday. So we'll see. So this is my cast on for the two sisters and some yarn knit along. So you don't have to knit something that with their yarn or a pattern. They do have a beautiful hat and mitten pattern up there, but these are going to be a gift. So I have to get them done. I have a bunch of things that I have to get done. They're either gifts or they're orders. I have a couple of orders already for the new year. So I would love to just dive in and, do one of their patterns, and hopefully in the future I will. But right now I have some orders I have to get done. So, and some gifts I didn't finish because it was crazy moving into December. The second knit along is Chicken Lady Fiber Arts Make Along. So it's CLFAMAL and it's Q122. I guess that's first quarter 22. Yeah, Chicken Lady Fiber Arts. So that one starts tomorrow. Again, the Two Sisters and Some Yarn start today. Again, you can look at Two Sisters and Some Yarn Instagram page. You can look at Chicken Lady Fiber Arts. I got to talk slower. Chicken Lady Fiber Arts Instagram page. Sorry about that. For her knit along. And also we're having a Unity knit along, which I'm so excited to really, bring unity back. And that's Cedar Hill Yarns. So I have to tell you, in the first quarter, it's I do what I want. So you can make anything that you want. The group I belonged to when I lived in Maine, and now the two groups I belong to here in Pennsylvania, we have really, it's not in writing, but we all agree you do not talk politics. You do not talk controversial subjects. And if you bring up a controversial subject, you have to be respectful when someone else comes with an opposing opinion. You have to. And if you're not going to follow these rules, then you can just go. They don't say it that rudely, of course, because they're very nice people. But these are just the rules that everyone really sticks to. And we are of many different walks of life. I know we are of many different political viewpoints. And we have many different belief systems. Again, this is my group in Maine and my two groups here. And you know what? We all, I love them all. And they're just wonderful people. And we all get along because we choose, to put our differences aside and say, that's what makes the world a nicer place. Like, who wants to eat for a food, analogy, who wants to eat grilled cheese all day? First of all, you'd be really unhealthy because you're not getting any nutrients. But diversity is a beautiful thing. And it's good to have people of different opinions, different belief systems, and to respect each other. You don't have to agree. And that doesn't mean that you dislike. There's things about my family members I dislike, and I still love them. You don't have to agree with everything they say and believe to love them and respect them and be friends with them. I don't know where that came from recently. Oh, you say this or you do that, so I can't talk to you. I can't be friends with you. That's crazy. And it's so immature. So I'm really excited about, the unity knit along. And I really hope that we can, just knit and be friends again. And support each other, because that's so important. So again, Two Sisters and Some Yarn knit along, Chicken Lady Fiber Arts knit along, and Cedar Hill Yarns Unity knit along. So I'm triple dipping, baby, and I'm using the same items. And again, hopefully we'll be pulling from some of your patterns. Again, as soon as I get these orders done, hopefully the middle of January I should be done these orders, so that I can have some fun and play. Okay, I have 2 finished items ready this week. Woo! Okay, so here is one finished item. So I said I have a family member going through chemo. Now I'm also making her a hat with homespun yarn, but I knew with everything going on, I wouldn't get that done fast, and I wanted to get a hat done fast. So I'm going to be over by that person's house on Sunday, so I'm going to be dropping this off. So this is just a nice soft hat. Now this is made with Cascade Saratoga, which is a cotton nylon yarn. And then I had gone to the Big Fiber Fest in New York. I just totally brain cramped, you guys. Anyway, the Big Fiber Festival in New York, whatever it is. I went a couple of years ago and I got some really lovely yarn. And I actually wrote down the information. And can I find where I wrote it down? Absolutely not. But I mixed it in. It has Angora. I'm sorry, not Angora. It's mohair, wool, and nylon, I think. So I think the Saratoga is acrylic and cotton, not acrylic and nylon. I apologize. I'm sorry, not cotton and nylon. It's a cotton and acrylic. I apologize. So, but what I'm also going to do, because I don't want any itchy, even though I put it on my neck and I don't feel any itchy, but you know, I'm guessing that your head is probably going to be a little bit more sensitive. So I do have some absolutely lovely fleece that's thinner. So I'm going to put that on the inside. It's just so cute, right? It's a little big for me. I have a big hat. I mean, I have a little tiny head. Like, or when I buy baseball hats, I have to buy the kid size. Yeah. So again, I'll be dropping this off on Sunday. I'll put it closer so you can see. It's so soft. Absolutely lovely. And then the next finished project, if you want to see a better picture of this, go to my Instagram page, The Bootleg Knitter. So this is for my granddaughter. So I got a Cricut loom because, you know, I'm in the One Spinners and Weavers Guild here in Lancaster. That's not where I live, but that's where I traveled to, one of the groups I belong to. And they were just weaving. And I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool, you know? So I decided to get a little Cricut loom. Now it's only like 12 inches wide or something like that. So you can see the width of the panels, maybe 16 inches wide. So each of these panels I knit, and you see the line down the middle. I did that on purpose. I purposely did not warp the center of the looms to make that center line, see? It's not as prominent in the lighter color. And then I did 3 big panels. See, here we go. 3 big panels, and then I sewed them together. And then I went to this lovely fabric store, and I got this fun unicorn fleece. It's so soft. And so I hand sew. I don't have a sewing machine. So it is hand sewn. It didn't take me that long, like 2 hours. And yeah, so this is for my granddaughter. This will be her, she calls it Buggle. This will be her Buggle blanket, her snuggle blanket. So she's getting this on Sunday. I'm so excited. So that's my last 2 finished projects of 2021. And I did not really keep track of all my projects this year. But this year, I'm actually, I got a knitting planner. It's actually my calendar for the year. I like to have a planner, a paper planner. I do use my calendar on my phone. But I also like, to have like one in writing because I like to write stuff down. So let me put that down. I am going to keep track and actually take pictures and maybe even like print out a picture of every single thing I do this coming year and put it in a book. So I think that'd be fun. All right. So tonight I want to share some books. I love to read. This year I read over 220 books. Now, I did a lot on my Kindle because if I had 220 books laying around, that'd be a lot of books. I do a lot of audiobooks. But I do read a lot of books as well. And then, we have a place like you can leave them and take one, leave them type thing. So I do that as well. But I don't buy a lot of knitting books. And I try to buy books that tend to be a little bit more historical or have some really cool patterns. So my knitting book collection is not that large, but what I do have, I absolutely love. So this book by Linka Newman, it's Neumann, Linka, Linka, is called Wilderness Knits. Isn't that just beautiful? It says Scandi, meaning Scandinavian, Scandi style sweaters for adventures outdoors. So they're all pretty rugged looking sweaters. So here you go. just to give you a little peek. Oh, this one is absolutely beautiful. I mean, in any picture that has a dog in it, of course, you know, me being a dog lover. Speaking of dog, here is Miss Annie. Come up to say hi to me. So again, here is the book. It's called Wilderness Knits. The pictures are absolutely amazing. The designs are amazing. I have not made any of these yet. I will be definitely digging into this book very soon. The other book I got that one of my friends mentioned to me, and so I picked up as well. And I actually got the one Cowell made. I made it for my mom for her birthday. Again, that's on my Instagram page. You can go to my Instagram page and check that out. And it's the Chai Latte Cowell. So here are some pictures of the Chai Latte Cowell. And this book is Coffee House Knits. So it says knitting patterns and essays with robust flavors. So there are essays, and I have been reading the essays, and it's by Kerry, Kerry Bogert, Bogert. I hope I pronounce these correctly. If I don't, please, I apologize. So Coffee House Knits has some absolutely lovely patterns in it as well. This is a short little book. I actually got this last year. See, it says Dutch Knits. It actually kind of looks like snakeskin, but it's supposed to replicate. It's actually a picture of knitting. And it goes from 1635 to 1635 to 1969, Dutch Knits. It's a mini history of Dutch knitting in art, photography, and literature. So it's not patterns. So it literally goes through and it shows all different paintings of people, you know, knitting in Dutch throughout the time of Dutch history. And one of the reasons I got this, again, there's no patterns or anything in it, but it's short, it's nice little book. What's interesting, I got it in like a week and it came from overseas. When I had stuff from New Jersey to here that took like a month, it was crazy. It's by Constance Willems, Willems. Again, it's Dutch Knits. It's just a nice little book. Has some really nice pictures. My family were, my dad was half Dutch, half German. And so my family, we did the whole Daughters of American Revolution thing and, you know, traced everything back. So I actually... All right, that was my dog knocking one of the balls off the Christmas tree. No, owners. Come here, bud. Annie, no, sweetie. That was so loud. Oh, my goodness. But they're plastic balls. I don't put any glass balls on the bottom because of having dogs. Yes. Okay. Sorry, that was so funny. Boom, boom. All right, another book I absolutely love is... the Big Book of Cross-Stitch Design. It is from Reader's Digest. It is absolutely awesome. It has over 900 simple to-stitch decorative motifs. What I love is a lot of cross-stitch can be transferred to knitting. And also, I cross-stitch a lot of my mittens, so I loved... Oh, there's little cows. Look how cute those cows are. I can't wait to do some mittens and put some cows on them. Absolutely adorable. There's just so many fun things. Look at this. How fun. So you can take these cross-stitch motifs and you can transfer them into knitting patterns. They're going to be a little bit different because knitting is not square. Knitting is more of a rectangle. But I have found I love cross-stitching on knitting. So this book is really, really awesome. Again, it's the Big Book of Cross-Stitch Designs by Reader Digest. Nice hard copy book. Now, so I found this book and I got it on my Kindle, and I wasn't going to buy the hard copy because it's like $24, $25, something like that. But the pictures are so amazing. And like I stated earlier, I was a history teacher for a number of years. I have a fellowship in American history. I absolutely love history. So anytime you can get a book that is knitting and history combined, absolutely awesome. So I got it on my Kindle and I'm like, oh, I need to buy this book. It is absolutely phenomenal. It is Knitting America. Annie. Sorry, she's going to... I think she's trying to play with that Christmas ball. Oh, good girl, sweetie. Good girl. Sorry. It's Knitting America, A Glorious Heritage from Warm Socks to High Art by Susan M. Strawn, Strawn, forward by Melanie Falick, Falick. This is the book, Knitting America. And it is a whole bunch of history, knitting history with pictures. So here's World War I soldier with handed items. So it is more of a history book. I'm on about page 107. I like to read at night. I can't just go to sleep. I need to like turn my brain off. And oh, this is pretty cool. This is from the Civil War. Here is a helmet for a soldier in a Civil War. So it's a history. It's a little bit of social commentary, all wrapped up with knitting. So knitting is the baseline, I guess you would say, for this book. Absolutely fantastic. Highly, highly recommend it. And I like hardcover books. And if I like a book like this, I will probably go back and reread it and reread it and reread it and reread it. One of my favorite books is Respect the Spindle, about, how to drop spindle. And I think I probably have read that book. It's not that big. I probably have read it about 10 times now. I just love that book. I just love the information in it. So there's some knitting books for you that you can ask your loved ones for, or buy for a friend, or buy for yourself, because we work hard, right? Yeah. All right, so I guess that's it on my list. I don't think I forgot anything. No, I absolutely did not forget anything. Cool. All right, so I want to see the puppies. There's the puppies. Annie, Oni. Wait, whoops. There's Oni with the white face on the ground. Oni. He's chewing his bone. Then there's Annie over there. We always do rescues, so they're my rescue puppies. Oni is named after Oni Madden from the Cotton Club. He was a gangster in the 1920s, 1930s. And Annie is named Annie Oakley because right from the start, if you hear something bang, she's got a bone. She's going to drop it. It's probably going to be loud. Sorry. Yes, we named her Annie Oakley because right from the start, man, she didn't take any garbage from Oni, because Annie was the puppy. She was, we brought her in. Oni was just a little bit over 1 year old. And she didn't take any garbage from him, and she gives it to him. She's a little toughie, sweetheart, both really sweet, and they love each other so much. If they're separated from each other, they just cry. They have total separation anxiety from each other. And they play so well, and they're best friends. So, yeah, that's my babies. So anyway, I hope you have a happy new year. I'm a little crooked here, sorry. Tomorrow is the Rose Bowl Parade. I am so excited. It was canceled last year, and part of my New Year's Day, what I do is I watch the Rose Bowl Parade, and then I grab a book and I read a book. Every New Year's Day, I have read a book. I don't know what book I'm reading yet tomorrow, but I will be definitely reading a book tomorrow. I know, I'm rocking the flannel underneath my nice sweater, sorry. So this was my dad's flannel shirt, and so when I wear it, I think of him. It's like a hug from my dad. Okay, so you guys have a great night, okay? And have a happy new year, and I cannot wait to share things this coming year. All right? Have a good one.